describe what I just saw. He had stuff everywhere, and he was massive. Well, it's been one of the most frustrating, fun experiences I've ever had in my life. Strong, and you're important, and God darn it, people like you. You're gonna do this. Okay, let's go make a hunt film. This could get interesting. This new glassing point that we found yesterday. We found the bull that I missed yesterday, and he just was out in the big flats down below us, quite a ways away from the last place we saw him going, and he just walked through the middle of this basin. Elevation is Big 60, and he's got a little handful of cows, but he's bedded up in a mule deer area, to be honest with you. He's kind of tucked back up into this hillside that's like cliffed out, and there's another bull that's, I don't know, within 150, 200 yards of him that keeps bugling. That probably sounds like a decent bull too. And then there's one off in the distance over here that's bugling. So we've had like 5 or 6 bulls this morning, just basin going off. It's just a matter of being able to watch them until they bed, get stationary. I want to find that bull, and then we can make a play. We gotta let the wind get consistent. Where they're at, it's gonna be really, really hard to get in on them without, blowing them out, I guess. But we found this little pocket that's just amazing, and there's elk all over in here. But anyway, I want to find this other bull, and then we're gonna let all this stuff settle out and figure out how we're going to make a play on these things today and go from there. So stay tuned. Bet money I can get down there. Draw my gear on and run down there. He's been gone long enough. Actually, there was enough time. Like as soon as we saw him leave, we could have waited. I think it's been over 30 minutes. I've heard any water was left. It's big ears. Every time we come in from the west, they go the other way.
I spent my time watching the spaces that have grown between us, and I cut my mind on second best, all the scars that come with the greenness, and I gave my eyes to the boredom. Still the seabed wouldn't let me in, and I tried my best to embrace the darkness in which I swim. Now walking back down this mountain, the strength of a turn and a tide. Oh, the wind's so soft at my skin, yeah, the sun's so hot upon my side. Oh, looking
Might be able to save my life right now. I'm here with my gay friend Jason. I'm out here with my Make-A-Wish friend Jason on a nice little Washington State elk hunt. This is his dying wish. Hold on, that's your mom. He's dying of retardism. He's got a bad case of it. Doctors don't know how much longer he's gonna make it.
Yeah, as soon as Cory finishes up here, I'll be right over. Yeah.
Anyway, we're day 6 of this hunt, and we're out here and we're still grinding, man. It is like morning they're going, evening, late evening they're going, but midday I cannot buy a bugle to save my life. Yesterday we watched a bull push into some timber mid 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the afternoon. We got down within a couple hundred yards of him, bugled, and got nothing.
Okay.
We got in there yesterday a couple hundred yards away from that bull and bugles and nothing. Keep your hat on, it's gonna glare on the camera. It'll be hard to see.
The brain's popping out.
Hey, I've got 4 followers that are gonna wanna watch this, all right? My mom, your sister, and your girlfriend.
My daughter.
And your daughter, yeah,
She
5.
keeps bringing all the guys to your page.
She keeps bringing all the, boys to the yard with their milkshakes.
That's it.
Yeah. Anyway, we suck, and this is the first day that we haven't had super hot weather. It's overcast and smoky, which is a killer combination, which makes it muggy.
Mm-hmm.
So you sweat walking down a road, which sucks. But we're way back in here right now. I say way back, it's probably like
3 miles from the car. But it feels like we're way back in here. And checking out a new little spot. It's kind of on the back side of an area that we've been exploring, but we just haven't gone this far down. So here we are. We're gonna keep going, checking it out, and then work our way back towards the rig later. Get a pretty decent hike and climb to get up out of here, but that's what you got to do.
You want to try switching tubes?
No. I tried that one the other day, didn't work either.
Try harder. You suck.
I know.
Between the sheets or feeling blind, to realize all I was searching for was me. All I was searching for was me.
Every once in a while you're like, what is this thing not work or what? And finally you get a response from a big bull like that and you're like, oh, okay. I've got it dialed into just big bulls only. I don't want responses from little bulls, I just want big bulls only. That's what I'm gonna try to call and locate every time, not small ones.
This part of the trail's great. I don't like the uphill anymore. After 4 days, I'm done with this one. I'm just gonna ride on Cory's back. He's gonna piggyback me.
Every trail down into here has an uphill going out.
It should be downhill both ways.
That's how our parents walked to school. Our parents went to school. But there's no snow, so it has to have a downhill and an uphill.
Okay, I didn't read the fine print.
No, it was the asterisks. You gotta flip the page over. I don't know what you were thinking.
Well, it wasn't in crayon or picture.
And what do you mean? Read the fine print. Let's be honest here.
Audible. That's really good.
You needed a picture book.
Yes.
No
Crayon or
words.
color. Picture.
Great.
Keep your heart strong, 'cause I'll always remember you the same. Oh, eyes like wildflowers, oh, these days of change.
There's like 4 bulls bugling, but and me, 4 to me. But they don't want to come up here and play. I don't blame them. Jason's ugly.
Is it getting harder to put your boots on this morning?
Oh my goodness, you have no idea. Hamstrings, knees, and all just
Trust me, us, we
bending
do.
over. It's like, I can just feel the age kicking in. It's tough. So, I saw another gray hair coming in. It's tough, man, I tell you what. You know, it's hard having to, after 48 years of carrying around the weight of all the good looks and athletic ability in my family too, just wears on your back. Boy, it makes it hard to sleep sometimes, but here we are, you know. Let's see what we can do today, right?
That's a bull. It's a real small 5-point. There's a lot.
bull in there, I guarantee it. That's what we just heard bugle. They're piling out of the bottom. There's going to be a good bull come out of there. That's all cows and calves.
There he is. Big bull in the back. That's 60. He's coming right now.
Yep. Big 60 still lives. He's got his tongue hanging out.
Gotta be a little cautious because they could push around. I know what doing. Yeah, that other group. I want to stay off the edge as much as I can. So we get up in here, engage, get a response, start working up, get up into where I feel like we can set up, locate bugle, nothing. Bugle, 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 calf calls, cow calls, nothing. Just total ghost town. So at about 7:20 this morning, about an hour ago, was the last time we heard them. Which is about 20 minutes later than they stopped bugling yesterday. So this going quiet early in the morning stuff sucks. We had bugles until exactly 7:04 yesterday morning, and we didn't have a bugle again until after 8 o'clock last night. We saw about a half dozen elk all day. Yesterday was dry, and we were in some of the most incredible elk habitat I've ever been in. We had no bugles after 7:04 a.m. Couldn't engage anything midday. We couldn't glass anything up. It was just it was tough. So
It's definitely a grind.
what do we do? But we got to try to do some investigation and figure out where these things went. If they don't pop off, then I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
Time to watch some football.
Yeah. If you guys are wondering, we got a change in team members up here. We've got the infamous Dick Ford, aka the Dickster, also known as my father. And as you guys will see when we get out of the vehicle here, and I call and locate some of these areas, all my basketball genetics came from this side of the family. As you'll see. Yeah, this is the guy that got me into it about 38 years ago. Now today's my 48th birthday. So, kind enough to come up and spend a few days with me on my birthday. We're out just checking a couple of areas that we haven't been able to get into the last few days, primarily because we've been in elk every day. Jason had to run home to work for a couple days, and so got my dad with me. And now we're going to do a little poking around and see if we can't find a bull. We turn up a few new bugles and put eyes on something different than what we've been looking at. But it should be kind of fun. This is a hunt that took me 16 years to draw, and it's a hunt that, you know, somebody like he and I have been talking about since I was little, as far as having one of these really good tags in this state. And sometimes all that takes is years and years and years of putting in to finally get one. But this is great for me to have him along. It's just, we used to hunt a lot when I was younger. Once I started archery hunting, that kind of changed things a little bit. Even though I was archery hunting for elk mostly, it was the archery hunting for deer that kind of changed it, because we rifle hunted. We determined today that my first year with him and his group, his hunting buddies and their camp, was when I was 12. So 36 years ago. It's been a little while.
shot a lot of blacktail together. And we took a trip to Idaho one time to to go elk hunt over there, and I found a bull for him. Just happened to be the day that he forgot to put his contacts in. So that one didn't pan out. Not quite the way that it should have, but we did have fun. We had a good time. And now we're back out here. He does not have a bow. He does not have a bow tag, but he's tagging along. Anyway, here we are. We got almost 78 and 48 years of the Fords in the vehicle here. So if I can, I'll lean into a little of that wisdom that I got over there. I guess you call it wisdom. By default, just by getting old, you gain that. As I'm starting to figure out myself.
Wisdom, I would say that I've missed more than I've shot.
Yeah, I was with him one time when he shot a stump deer. We're in the worst road unit in the state of Washington. Put in a formal complaint with the Forest Service to improve the roads up here. The one that I'm on right now, this road is horrible. We drove down what feels like a creek bed for 3 or 4 miles. And trying to relocate to a different side of the unit to check out some stuff that I had seen and checked out in the early season scouting. They had some really good elk in it, and we just haven't had an opportunity to get there the last 6 or 7 days because we've had too much going on in the area that's closer to camp. So it's like you don't leave elk to find elk. But this evening we're gonna make a little change. We're gonna drive around this horrible road and check out a different spot that we can try to locate and glass into. So that's what we're doing.
I think we could probably drop in and kill this bull. We're not very far down in there.
that was awesome. Still awesome.
We had probably, I think at one time, maybe 3 or 4 different bulls in here screaming. There's at least 3 of them, for sure, and then there was one further down. And, it was, that bull right there. We had him, he just would not leave his cows. There was cows down here. I didn't think he had cows the way he was acting. Because he was standing his ground and we were within 100 yards of where he was at. And he just stood down here and bugled. And then I pushed down on the side to keep my wind going over and basically walked into some cows. Just one of the hard things when you're self-calling is scenarios like that where it's really open in here. So I was just trying to use tree cover to shade myself as I got down in here. And calf calls, which is really odd that the cows stuck around as long as they did with calf calls. I would have for sure thought that they would either have busted or came up and checked things out, but neither one of them did. And then I pushed right down on the cows, and they busted over the top. And then when he broke, I bugled as much as I could. I got 3 reeds that just went to on me. So I'm down to my cow call reed until I get back up to the rig, which is probably about 300 feet in elevation, climb straight back up this. But my dad's sitting up there waiting for us, listening to all this, so we're gonna make our way back up the hill. It's one of those things where when I have my dad with me, I'm a little handicapped, but I would much rather get him in an area where he can see bulls, and then we could come back in here tomorrow evening if he takes off. So we located a bull in all 3 of the spots we stopped at this evening. At least one. If there's 4 in here, 2 at the other one and 1, so that's 7 bulls tonight that we located. Things are starting to look up. See if we can't get out of here without disturbing this place too much. The wind shifted. And it's blowing right down at them right now, so we better get out of here. But I wish I had more time. I mean, these bulls are just ripping. It's a long drive back to camp, and then it's a long drive back here in the morning if this is where we want to be. So, we'll have to figure that out. Alright, let's get out of here. Hot day with no midday action at all. Well, I shouldn't say that. We did have one response from a bull that we worked in on, and we just had horrible wind. So we turned around and backed out, and my dad had been waiting back behind us anyways, so not really a bull that I was intending to shoot, but would have liked to have gotten in on him and had a little interaction with him. But we didn't, so back at the rig, and we're gonna pull out of here and probably work our way around to where we had those bulls going last night and check on the action going on over there, because it seemed to be kind of off the hook.
but we'll see. A little bit of drive and we'll be there. But we gotta keep going. I mean, we can't. They're up there a little ways now. This isn't gonna be easy. It's super open. There he comes. That one's all mudded up too. He's just running back, checking his cows. We need to stay that way to keep our wind going that direction. Can you see him? The bed is right there. Get down. Get down. That's why I'm down. Somehow we need to get
the smaller one's a broke-off 6-point. Big bull down here is just pushing his cows around. Little bull's poking around the outside, the perimeter. I don't know what happened to the bull we were after. He's over here someplace, but we had 2 calves just go ballistic 100 yards from us. It's what dreams are made of when it comes to elk hunting, but it's like we're in the middle and they're all out here. This is kind of amazing. I mean, it's cool and not cool all at the same time. There's just elk everywhere. If you had time to go, it'd be one thing. But you don't. I mean, I can still see my pins. I've got about 15 minutes of legal shooting light. And, unless a bull just comes running, it ain't happening. You get down to that last, hour, and you gotta be either locked in tight on something to make it happen quick, or you're just gonna watch them all from a distance. Anyway, we're gonna bomb down out of here, go catch up with my dad, and, turn around and drive back out the same way we came in, because that's the fastest way back to camp. So, there we go. Still have all my arrows. Let's go make an elk movie. Just a little 6-point. And he came in, I had him at 50 yards right here. But he was just straight on. I didn't really have a shooting lane. But still, it's just kind of fun to call a bull in like that. He just didn't make any noise that he was coming. I mean, he's running through a horse pasture out here. This is fun. Just another spot on Onyx to put down. Elk. They're all over in this unit. Still got a lot of days left in the season. Knock on wood that statement doesn't come back to bite me in the ass. But we're out here, we're still grinding. So got my cameraman Anthony behind me. Left my dad at camp this morning. He's gonna head home, so he's sleeping in a little bit, and we're just trying to make it happen. We got weather. It's supposed to be off and on rain this morning, and then get a little bit of a clearing this afternoon, but hopefully this little change in the weather will help kind of break them loose. Last night it was nuts. Like the bulls, there was this bull and the other bull were just going at it, screaming, fighting. We had coyotes right by camp. It was a long night of a lot of noise. So that could mean a lot of really good things. We just lost our full moon, so from here on out we're losing moon as the days go on, and we're getting more and more into September. So hopefully things pick up from here and can make this happen. Let the old Valkyries eat. Stay tuned.
We're gonna relocate for a night or two to a different part of the unit that we've been getting into some bulls in, and unfortunately they are the world's worst road drive away, and it makes for long days to have to get over there, then get back here at night, and get ready for the next day, eat dinner, and go to bed, try to get up early. So rather than doing that, excuse me, we're just gonna go over there and stay over there. So we're gonna pack up, take some of the essentials, and head over that way and spend the night. So we're taking this show on the road. We got the travel squad, me and the trusty cameraman Anthony. We're down to 2 till tomorrow. It sounds like Jason will be back up tomorrow and helping out, and then Scott will probably come back up later in the week. So we'll be back at it. But yeah, we're gonna hit the high dusty and go see what we can find.
So we're just gonna drop down probably to that trail and work our way out and locate into that. See if we can't pick them up. That's the plan. We're gonna make elk whistles and we're gonna have a good time. That's my objective tonight. Do-do-do-do. Charge. Pipe running out of it. So they got a sieve here and they put a box in there to catch the clean water. And it's got a pipe running out of it. You can fill up your stuff right there. It's not all nasty. Probably still nasty, but it's not as nasty. That's pretty neat. I need somebody to build a log cabin out of this to get all these trees out of the way. Climb in there. You're lucky you're not seeing a bunch of like bones and stuff laying in the bottom. Yeah, no, it's that way. And that way. You need to get down. We're really exposed. He's further down there now, where he's trying to be real quiet. Ready for this? I have nowhere to shoot though. He can't get to us. And we can't hardly get to him either.
I'll take the long way round. Oh, I'll find my own way down. Oh, as I should.
Okay, we got a choose your own adventure scenario going on here. I asked Anthony what he wanted to do. Does he want to climb over these? Take about 10 minutes to go 20 yards. Does he want to get on this log and try to cross over all those to get up to basically the same spot? Or does he want to go this way and have the same outcome? No matter how you look at it, it's not going to be good. This is the worst, the worst blowdown I've ever been in. This makes Idaho look like an oasis. This is horrible. This is why this stuff burns up so bad. This is just waiting to go again.
There'll be oats in the water. There'll be birds on the ground. There'll be things you never asked her, or how they tear at you now.
Thought for sure we'd get an answer in here, but looks like we have a little bit of an opening. Get out of here. Easier. We're gonna hit the road low and have to walk up to the rig. Then we gotta go find a place to camp and locate some other bulls for the morning.
Something that Suzuki eats for lunch.
Oh, I'll take the long way round. Oh, I'll find my own way down. Oh, as I should.
Do you sacrifice a smaller bull for the sake of being tagged out? Or it's only gonna get better every day and we got another week. Today's the 10th, I have till the 18th, so that's basically 9 days left. I think I can find something better in 9 days. Especially as we're losing the moon. It's supposed to have cooler weather. We've got a couple of new spots to check out. And I think things are gonna get active here pretty soon. It's life on the trail, buddy. Life on the trail. I'll tell you what. It's rough.
That's the one you want to find. That's a giant right there. Looks like we got one midday response, 149. We got Jason coming back to camp right now. Sorry, Willie. That'll be the plan for the day. We'll come back over here this evening. All the intel a guy needs. Need to bore it out a little bit. More sound. Holy shit. You're right.
the fucking rope. Get your shit. Go time.
you back. Well, I don't wanna beg your pardon, and I don't wanna ask you why, no. But if I was to go my own way, would I have to pass you by?
Man, I probably smashed my Rice Krispie tree. Can't believe that. Honestly, that's the beauty about having a backpack on. It's like it protects your back. Like if you fall into a nub or something. That wasn't supposed to happen. That branch wasn't supposed to tear off of that tree that I was holding on to. The branch just tore right off. And then I was like, ah. And the, it's fairly dark too, so you can't really see what you're jumping into.
Yeah.
Like, well, here we go. Set my bow down and let it rip. All right, you're gonna probably have to move so I can. I made it. Easy.
He's fine.
Oh my God.
Yep, that's half an elk.